Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jemmy, and here on my channel I teach you guys all about how to grow on social media. This video is all about YouTube and specifically how to make a YouTube banner. So I'm gonna be putting out a whole playlist for new YouTuber tutorials. So if you guys are new to YouTube, definitely subscribe because I'm gonna be putting out a whole bunch of content for you guys to help you basically understand just the basics of YouTube. I've been on YouTube now for 7 years, I think, something like that. So I'm very familiar with just like the basics. Great, now you're just gonna randomly be in the video in the background. Okay, let's just keep going. Like I said, for this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a YouTube banner. Before we jump over into Photoshop and I actually give you guys the full tutorial, we should sort of talk like what should be included in your banner. So when you're making a YouTube banner, it's really important for you to decide what exactly you want to be on your banner, because when people come to your channel, it's literally the first thing they see. So when they come to the channel and they look at your banner, it should have something to do with the type of content you make. For example, today I'm going to be making a new banner for my channel, and my channel is all about how to grow on social media. So I want that to be very obvious when people come to my YouTube channel. Before they even look at any of my YouTube videos, they can just look at my banner and know what my channel is about. So even though this tutorial will be showing you guys specifically how to create a how to grow on social media banner, you can basically take all the same ideas and the same concepts and apply them to whatever niche your YouTube channel is. So in this tutorial, I'll be showing you exactly how I made this banner right here. Alright, now let's jump over to Photoshop and get started. Alright, hey guys, welcome to my desktop. So the first thing we're going to want to do before we even open Photoshop is we're going to actually want to go to Safari and get a banner template, just because when you open the file in Photoshop or you create the file in Photoshop, there's only actually a portion of the actual size of your Photoshop image that will show on your YouTube channel. So we want to make sure we get a template, that way we don't have to resize things and it's just a lot easier to work inside that template instead of just like guessing. So just open Safari and then you're going to type in YouTube banner template. Here it is. And then just go to images, and then don't get this first one because if you click on it, it's only 700 by 392, and the actual size of the YouTube banner is gonna be 2560 by 1440. So we want this one because it's actually the right size. So we're just gonna right click and hit save image as. And then we can just type in here, I always save it to my desktop, that way it's super easy to find it, but we're just going to type in YouTube banner template and then hit save. And then now we can actually open Photoshop. Okay, so once Photoshop has opened, we're just going to hit create new. And because I've already created banners in the past, I have the custom size right here. But if you guys don't have it, just come over here and do 2560 by 1440 and then resolution 300. So I'm just gonna click on that and hit create. Alright, so then we're gonna want to go up to file and insert that template. So file, open, and then we're just gonna click on the YouTube banner template and then open. And it's gonna bring us to a separate window, so all you gotta do is come over here to this, what's it called? The rectangular tool or whatever, and we just wanna select this entire thing. And then right click, copy, or you can just drag layer, copy over here if that's easier. And then we want to take the select tool and just drag it over to our banner image. So we just wanna size it up. Now you can see that instead of using this entire size, the whole 2560 by 1440, we're just going to be working in this smaller space. So it has the desktop model, the tablet, and then the mobile. And so what I like to do is take the template and I just want to turn the opacity down. I want to be able to see it, but I don't want it to be like so harsh. Okay, so now is the part where you get to get creative. So you can basically go online onto Google and find whatever images you want, or you can either upload your own images. And if you go online, just save all your images into a folder or to your desktop, and then it'll be really easy to find them, and then you just want to open them all and drag them all into your template. So the first thing I like to do is start with a background, and your background should be your brand logo colors. So my colors that I usually have on in the background of my YouTube videos and for my thumbnails is like pinks, purples, and blues. So I already went and I found a background that I really liked that matches that color scheme. So to import that, I'm just gonna hit File, Open, and then it's actually in, let me find it. Okay, desktop. It's actually in YouTube video footage, and then it's under background right here. Alright, so once that opens, I'm just gonna do the same thing where I select the crop tool, and then I'm just gonna select this whole thing, via layer copy, and then just the select tool, and I'm gonna drag it over to the banner. Alright, so now that I've dropped it into the banner, I'm just gonna make it the entire size of this image. That way I know it covers desktop, tablet, and mobile. So if you want to just have it stay like in uniform and just drag it out like that, you can just drag it. But if you want to have free transform, just hit shift, and then you can make it longer or taller or whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. Oops, okay, that didn't work. And then I'm just gonna fill the whole thing. Okay, and then because I still want to be able to see the template, I'm just going to drag this layer on top of this layer. So now you can see exactly where everything is going to be. Alright, so once you got your background set, you're going to want to go online and search for your images. And like I said, my whole channel is teaching you guys how to grow on social media, and the 4 platforms that I focus on are YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. So I want to have each of those logos in my banner. That way when people come to my channel, they know that those are the 4 platforms that I talk about here on this channel. So I've already gone online and found those images, so I'm just going to be putting them all in. And I'll show you guys another thing. I don't know if this will be useful to you guys or not, but if you guys are having trouble with if you find an image like a logo, say you find an Instagram logo and it has a white background and you want the background to be transparent, I'm going to show you guys how to do that real quick, and then I'll be just placing all of them in and adding text. Alright, and I like to keep all of my stuff really organized, so if you guys are going to be using YouTube a lot, it might be smart to make a folder like I have here, and it says icons for YouTube videos. And so if I go in here, these are all the icons that I've used. But if I go down here and I'm looking for the Instagram logo, let me pull up this one and show you guys exactly how to get the transparent background that I was talking about. So I'm going to select this one, hit open. And then now if you guys see, let me just make a copy of this. If you pull it down and hit the little plus sign, it makes a copy. Okay, so if I drag this over and I was to try to put it in here, it has that white background, which I don't want, obviously. So I'm just going to delete that real quick, and I'll show you guys how to drop it in without that white background. Alright, so in order to get rid of this white background, we're just going to want to copy the layer like that. And then using this magic wand tool, it's really nice if the image has like a really high contrast, because then it's going to be really easy. So you just select the background, and so now you can see that the little lines are going right around the logo, and then you just want to hit delete like that. And if you just hit this eye icon down here on your background image, then you can see that now you have the transparent checkerboard. That's what you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to File, Save As, and you're going to save it as Instagram icon transparent background. And then what you're going to want to do is not save it as Photoshop, not save it as JPEG, but you want to save it as a PNG. That's how you're going to be able to transfer it over without the background. So then you just hit save. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to reopen that file as the PNG. So open Instagram icon transparent PNG. So I'm going to open that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So just like before, we want to select and then copy, via layer copy layer via copy, whatever, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And then we just want to drag it over to our original banner, and there it is. Now you have it without that white background. And once you have it scaled down, if it's exactly where you want it to be, you can always move it more later. Just hit the check bar and that'll allow you to move to another layer and do all that. So I'm just gonna add all 4 of those logos. I have Instagram, so just Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, and then we'll add the text. Okay, and then I'm also gonna add my logo in there because you guys should always have your logo in your banner, because like I said, it's really important and it's the first thing people see. So if you don't have a logo yet, no worries, but if you do have one, then I would suggest putting it in your banner. So this is my logo. It's basically Gemini, which is my name, Jemmy, and so I have like a two-faced girl, and it's 2 different personalities. It's basically a space alien babe and then like a demon chick. I'm going to drag it over, and I realize you don't have to make the copy and all that if it's already a PNG. You can just grab it and move it on over, so hopefully that saves you guys some time. Okay, so I want all of these images to be the exact same size, but I'm not sure what size I want them yet. So let's put the text in, and then I will resize everything. So in order to do text, just go over here, down here to the little horizontal type tool, and then you just click anywhere on your image, and I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger just so that way we can see it. So this is the font that I use for almost all of my thumbnails, and so I'm gonna put it on my banner because if people see this font, hopefully they will recognize that it's part of my personal brand. So let me just type, I want to put my name, obviously, Jemmy, and I want to change it to black, so I'm just going to reselect it and then come up here to this little white box and then change it over here to black and hit OK. And then I also want to put description of my channel, so I'm going to write teaching you how to grow on social media, and that's going to go at the bottom of my banner. So I just go down to the text tool again. Oh, I have to hit check, hang on. Okay, so then go down to the text tool again and just click wherever, and then I'm gonna just type teaching you how to grow on social media. Okay, so then I want to go over to the select tool, that way I can drag it, and obviously it doesn't fit here, so instead of using this tool like this to resize it, I don't want to do this because it's going to be really hard for me to make the Jemmy star the same. I want the text to look exactly the same, so if I'm using this instead of actually changing the font size, then it's going to be a lot harder to match them. Also, if you have shift and you're free forming it, if you make it taller or you like squanch it down, it's going to be really hard to squanch the Jemmy star the same amount that you squanched the other text. So don't do any of that stuff. So I'm just going to Command Z all of that, and instead I'm just going to go back to the text tool and highlight it all. And let's see, instead of having 24, let's see how 20 looks. Okay, so that's still too big for just the mobile app, so I'm working completely inside the mobile app space, because I just feel like a lot of people watch YouTube on their phone, and if they go to their phone and half of your banner is cut off, it's not gonna look very good. So I want to scale it down even more, so let's try like 18. That's still too big, so let's try 16. Okay, so let's try this. I'm just gonna move it over, and I want to center it. So Photoshop is really good because you can see the little pink line, that it is actually centered in the exact center of the entire image. So that's at 16, so I want to go up here to Jemmy Star and click the text tool, highlight, and move this down to 16 as well. So I'm just going to type it in. Okay, so I'm just going to center this Okay, so now both of those are centered. So now I want all of my icons to match. So let's see what size these are actually going to be able to be. And like I said, Photoshop is really good about helping you make things the same distance apart and like just flush really easily together. But also another way I could do it is just drag this over this icon and resize it this way. So those are the same size now, are they? Let me make it a little bit smaller. And then also if I wanted to, I could change the opacity over here just to see if it actually is the same size. And now I can like really see, okay, yeah, so now it's the same size, so I'm gonna put the opacity all the way back up. And I'm just gonna move this over. I want them to line up in the middle, so the top line matches and the bottom line matches, so that's good enough for me. And then I'm just gonna hit enter to place it, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing with each of these. Okay, so this is the exact center vertically and horizontally, so this is the one that I'm gonna use to frame all the other ones. Alright, so I think I'm going to resize them to about this size, and probably easier way to do this is to look at the top, either the X, Y, or W, or even the height, because if they're on a scale like this and they're not freeform, all we have to do is match those numbers. Let's just use the W. Okay, so I wasn't able to get them like perfectly because it was just going to take too long, so they're all between 100.8 and 100.15. So now we can line them all up. So I want this one to be in the very center, like I said. So let's just make sure that it's in the very center of the entire image. And I zoomed in by just, you know, on the trackpad pushing in and out. So I'm just gonna zoom into this space, that way we can just see it a little bit better. Alright, so because I have that across, I know that that one's exactly in the center. So now I'm gonna frame the rest of these using the center one. So I actually am gonna see the distance. So right now you can see that from the Twitch one to my logo to YouTube, they're all 0.287 inches apart. So let's see if they'll all fit like that, and the answer is no. So I know that I need to bring it in a little bit closer. Okay, so the new measurement is 0.153. So then we want to move this over until it's 0.153, and then move this over until it's 0.153. Okay, so now everything is the exact distance apart and centered and perfect. Now the last thing I want to show you guys before I show you how to actually upload it onto your YouTube channel is the text. So if you have like other text that's not as bold as this, you might want to add some detail to the text. So in order to do that, we're just going to go over here to the layer selector. So we're on Gemmy, and we want to go up to layer and then layer style, and I'm going to do stroke, and basically I'll kind of explain what that is. So like I said, my colors are purple and blue, so I want the inside of my text to actually have like a sort of light blue hue to it. So if you guys can see, I'm just gonna move this over here. Right now you can see that the size of the stroke is only 1 pixel, and it's on the outside. So if it was on the inside, it would look like that, and if it was in the center, it would look like that. So I like how it looks on the outside because it has the dark on the outside and the color on the inside, and you guys can like mess with these settings and basically figure out what works exactly best for you. And you can also change the pixel number. Let's see what 2 looks like. So that's a little bit too thick, because see how it's now on the inside and the outside. So I don't really like how that looks. I accidentally hit enter, so let me go back to layer, style, stroke. So I'm gonna keep it at 1. And then this is how you change the color. So say I wanted it to be like a purpley color instead, I could just use this and drag it along and then select a new color. And then the rest of these are like shadows. So if you want like a shadow behind your text, so that way it's a little bit darker and it has a shadow, then you can add that. So I would just like mess around with these and see exactly what they do to your text and figure out exactly how you guys want to enhance your text. So once that's done, I'm gonna hit OK. And then the easiest way to get the same exact stroke on Gemmy as teaching you how to grow on social media is to just come over here to the layer and right click, and then go down to copy layer style, and then you're going to select your other text, so that way that layer is selected, and you're going to right click and go down to paste layer style, and then it automatically goes onto that layer and you don't have to go back into the settings and remember everything that you did. Alright, and the last thing we want to do before we saved, once our image is completely done, is go down to the template layer, and we just want to take that off completely. So this is what the finished product looks like. So now we're just going to go to File, Save As, and then we just want to title it YouTube Banner 2021, and we want to save it as a JPEG. So save, okay. Alright, now the last thing to do is actually upload it to your YouTube channel. Alright, so once you're on YouTube, you're just going to go over here to the right hand side and click on your image and go to your channel. And then right here, you're going to want to click on Customize Channel. So it should bring you to this page. At the top right here, it says Layout, Branding, Basic Info. You're going to want to go over to Branding, and you're going to want to upload a banner image right here. So we're just going to click on Upload. And then we're just going to find our image, which is right here, choose for upload. And now you can see that because we have that template, it's going to be perfect. So that's exactly what we want. So we're gonna hit done and then publish. All right, now just to make sure that worked, we're just gonna go to channel. And there it is, it's on your channel, it looks amazing. People can come to your channel now, they can look at your banner, and they can know exactly what type of content you make. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is everything you need to know on how to make a YouTube banner. I know this video is kind of long, but I really wanted to give you guys an in-depth tutorial in case you were brand new to YouTube and you really needed the entire start to finish process. If you guys found this video helpful, then please click the thumbs up button. And if you guys are interested in more videos about how to grow on social media, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell. That way you never miss a video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Alright, bye guys!